Darren, Brownie, Brown. What's on, Brownie?
Yeah, not too much, chaps, and g'day to all the viewers out there who have jumped online through our YouTube channel. Chaps, exciting times. Teamless Tuesday, first one of the year.
Yeah, first one of the year. You can probably see the new banner behind us. We just got them down last week. Got one of the boys to chuck it up, and look, it'll look better once we get the big camera in and Big Les from Big Les's Rugby League podcast. He'll be in for an episode very shortly. But look,
a couple of our sponsors on there too, chaps. Darryl Lee and the juniors group of clubs, two of our great foundation sponsors who have been with us since day one and are back with us for the season 2025.
Oh, they keep us going, don't they, Brownie? But look, it's before we get to the team, and it's a bloody good side named. I've got to say that before we get into it. But congratulations to Jordan Mailata, the former under-20s player there at the Rabbitohs, becoming not only the first Australian player to win a Super Bowl, but the first Rabbitoh, mate. Right.
Yeah, exciting times, and what a great story it has been for Jordan Mailata. Travelled all the way out there from Australia. A lot of controversy over, was he a South Sydney junior? Well, no, he wasn't a South Sydney junior. He played for the Bankstown Bulls, so he was a Canterbury Bankstown junior.
Played for Five Dock as well, yeah.
Yeah, but the South Sydney Rabbitohs gave him an opportunity in the under-20s where he played a handful of games and then made the decision to go overseas from Condell Park out there, working class suburb out there at Bankstown. They were going off his school. And yeah, a great story, and congratulations to Jordan Mailata. And geez, he played well as well.
Oh, he did. He was exceptional in the game. But yeah, look, I used to go out and watch him in the under-20s there. We're playing at Redfern. One particular game, I remember watching it with his manager. Come on, he caused havoc. And Ponga was in the other team for the Cowboys. Callum Ponga, the classy fullback of the Knights. They just couldn't handle him. Just about every hit up he did, they scored on the next play. They took him off the field after 10 minutes. He was a bit big for the game, and I asked his manager, I said, what are you going to do with this bloke? He's too big for rugby league. Yeah. And I thought maybe rugby union at the time. I wasn't thinking about the NFL, but looks like they pulled the right reins there, Brownie. He's just on a slight contract of $35.42 million Australian per season, and I think that's going to go up when he becomes a free agent in 2 years' time. But
rags to riches story, can you say that's what it is?
It is, yeah. You can jump on our YouTube shorts. We've got a little story about him there if you just wanted to have a look. But yeah, well done to Jordan Mailata, and we might get straight into these teams, Brownie. It's a fair side that they've named. Obviously, Wayne Bennett's not going to be up there. It'll be Benny Hornby taking the reins there. He did a great job for us last year, Brownie. The fullback position there, Jai Gray. Good to see Jai Gray there. I think we named him as our backup fullback to Latrell, who's unavailable due to his suspension in the All-Stars game. But I'd say he'll be on deck to play in the Charity Shield next week.
Yeah, certainly will. He's a player sort of like everyone's forgotten about over the course of the off-season, haven't they, chaps? There's a lot of talk about a couple of the players that we've signed in terms of Humphreys and Jaden Sullivan, and Jai Gray's sort of like been on the back burner, but a great player. He was instrumental in a lot of our attack last year when he got the opportunity, and he'll fill in for Latrell Mitchell at fullback this week in the trial, and expect a big showing from Jai, because he'll have to perform well to try and earn a spot in the top 17 come round one.
Yeah, he certainly will. We've got Fletcher Myers and a young rookie, Talanoa Penatani, a South junior who's been over at Cronulla in the grand final there for the Cronulla Jersey Flag side last year. He comes over and gets an opportunity. Very impressive in pre-season so far. Not a bad win combination there.
Yeah, well, a great sporting family, haven't they? His two sisters play in the NRLW, one for the Tigers and one for the Cronulla Sharks. And I don't think the Cronulla Sharks would have been too happy to let this young kid go. Keep an eye on him. He's been training the house down, and expect a big showing from young Penatani on Saturday night up there at the Central Coast.
Yeah, he's a pretty dynamic winger. Got a good fend on him. You'll see him. He's pretty strong. Not a bad centre pairing. Declan Casey, he's unsigned at the moment. He's on a training trial deal, but he's looking to win a top 30 spot or one of those suppo contracts. He's there with the experienced Isaiah Tass, who has come back from a pretty serious ankle injury, and he's been outstanding at training.
Yeah, well, he's probably just trying to get a bit of miles under his legs, hasn't he, chaps? He hasn't played for quite some time. And the young kid that you just mentioned, Declan Casey, we only signed him probably a week or two ago. Don't know too much about him. Can you give us a little bit of an insight? I know he's played at the Tigers, maybe in the Bulldogs.
The Bulldogs. I think Bulldogs, when they had that injury crisis there, I think he played 7 or 8 games. Played one for the Tigers, but was mainly injury plagued over there at the Tigers. So we get him over to just on an opportunity, and you never know. You never know. This kid could play a lot of games this year. Maybe he won't as well, because I think we've got a bit of depth there. Now we've got Jamie Humphries making his club debut. It's a bit of a signing we've talked about a fair bit. We've got him down as a 9, but today he wears the number 6 with another Pommy out here, and he's a big signing. Even before we signed Wayne Bennett, Lewis Dodd, first chance to get our eyes on what this kid can do.
Yeah, a young halves pairing that haven't played for the club. I mean, JB Humphries, we signed him from the club that we're playing against, Manly, last year, and yeah, looking forward to him. There's been a lot of talk around that he's going to play 9. I don't think he'll start at 7, but I think he'll start at 9. Chaps, we forgot our microphone.
Yeah, that's all right. That's just a bit further away. Yeah.
Hopefully, you can all hear us.
Yeah.
We just got our microphone brought to us now. But yeah, Jamie Humphries, exciting player.
Fixed set on him.
Yeah,
He's
big Warwick Farms on him. He's been training the house down, I believe.
He's got a great left foot kick on him. It just comes off the boot pretty sweetly there. So looking forward to seeing that combination of look, they're both left footers, but that's the way it's going to go there. And Louis Dodd gets his opportunity. Pretty experienced front row here with Sean Kepi, the big boy, up against his old club. Davey Mawali, who's trimmed down a fair bit in the upper body. So I'm looking forward to that, mate. Looking forward to what he can do, mate.
There we go. We just couple of technical difficulties, but we're back on track. Chaps is just attaching the microphone. Just if you can't hear us, guys, just give us a shout out, a bit of a comment there. But we've got the microphone now. But yeah, front row, Chaps, very experienced, like you said. Sean Kepi to start with, David Mawali and Peter Mamazelis, a very experienced front row pairing. We've still got a couple of players out injured in the front row department, and these will probably be the most experienced. So yeah, looking forward to them playing. And yeah, front rowers, they just want to get miles in their legs and get a bit of fitness under their belt before round 1, and I'm sure they'll be playing plenty of minutes on Saturday night.
And Peter Mamazoulis, who's been a big discussion point in the off season, he gets his first opportunity. Look, I'd say the captain comes out of Peter Mamazoulis and maybe David Mawali. Couple of the most experienced players there. Blokes have been in the system a long time. Davey's got a bit of captain experience in the lower grade, so there you go.
And Cameron Brown said, yeah, the mic's good. So thanks, boys.
Thanks, Brownie.
Thank you, Brownie. Yeah, thanks, Brownie.
But I love the Browns. But look, not a bad back row, mate. Max McCarthy comes over from the Cronulla Sharks as well, that same Jersey Flegg side. I've signed him on for a couple of years. He's just a worker. I was talking to a bloke this morning, Aaron Raper, played State of Origin at one stage. He knows his football, and he likes him to a Boyd Cordner, so that's not a bad rap. If he ends up anything like Boyd Cordner, that's a fair signing. Maxi McCarthy.
Yeah, for all of you who would have watched the Pathways last year, he played in that Cronulla Jersey Flegg team that went on to make the grand final. So you would have got a lot. You would have seen him a lot over the course of the back end of the year. And like you said, Chaps, a good edge back rower, a high work rate, and be looking forward to watching him go. And it's a great opportunity for him to put his front foot forward along with the next back rower that we're going to talk about.
Yeah, Tommy Fletcher. Again, he's probably been plagued by injuries and concussions since he got into the Bunnies, but a prodigious talent. A former Australian schoolboy. He's looking to make an impact, Brownie, up at this game, I think.
Yeah, well, he certainly will be, Chaps. And like you just said, he's had a couple of injuries over the last couple of seasons. Hasn't had the opportunity to put too many games back to back, but really looking forward to him. He's bulked up over the off season. He's training hard. We've been down there a couple of times to training, and he's really looking forward to this game on Saturday night.
He's been in the system for a year or two there now. He's starting to turn into a real pro. And a bloke who's a real worker, a great little number 13, good foil for Cameron Murray, Lachlan Hubner. I call him the hubby down there. So I'm looking forward to see what hubby can do. He's had a massive pre-season. He just about won everything when it comes to the fitness side of things. So he'll be looking to impress his old coach up there from the Dolphins, mate.
Yeah, well, Wayne Brennan obviously had a little bit to do with signing Lachlan Hubner, or Hubner, however you want to pronounce it. We'll get it right one day. But yeah, he made his debut last year, and Geez, he was an exciting talent, wasn't he, last year when he was coming through at the Dolphins? So really looking forward to him, watching him go as well. And very happy that we've got him down here with us at the South Sydney Rabbitohs, because he's going to fill a nice hole around that middle of the ruck. And don't be surprised if he plays in the middle, especially in the front row over the course of the next coming weeks when we've still got a couple of injuries.
And Jamie Humphries and Lewis Dodd, you wouldn't think they play the full game here, being a trial. So you're going to spell them with people like Ashton Ward. He's a fullback, halfback 5'8". He's had a pretty good pre-season. Celestia Tata, probably not a household name, but he might be by the end of the year. A big, strong, raw-boned front rower who's looking to win a contract there. Nazareth Taua, he's another middle edge, quite an aggressive guy. Also very fit at the moment, looking really good, had a good pre-season, done all the extras. And Ryan Gray, who was sort of won a training trial deal through his hard work in the New South Wales Cup last year.
Well, a couple of them blokes you just talked about, chaps, must be what Wayne is really looking for, because there was reports during the week that Matt Lodge was close to signing, and they said that they didn't want to sign him in January, and Wayne's obviously had the opportunity to look at these players throughout the off-season, and he's happy with the stock that he's got at the moment. So unfortunately for Matt Lodge, he's signed back with the Manly Warringah Sea Eagles, and we're going to be fortunate enough to be watching these young kids get an opportunity throughout the year.
It's a 20-man squad, and another bloke that I think Wayne Bennett is very happy with at the moment is Liam LeBlanc. He's a Queenslander. Wayne's a Queenslander. Mate, he hits like a Mack truck. He's going to be the South Sydney version of the old Trevor Gilmeister, I think. When he hits them, mate, they stay hit.
Yeah, well, he only got a couple of opportunities last year when he made his debut, and I thought he was outstanding in the minutes that he got, and I'm sure he'll be looking for more minutes this year. Another one that will probably start in the lower grades and come through the pathway system, but be expected to see him play a few minutes throughout the course of the year.
And being probably the talk of the whole pathway system, the first two rounds out of the whole competition, Matty Humphries, outstanding pre-season, the little number 7 from up there on the Central Coast. Look, he was unbelievable in round 1, backed it up in round 2 down there in Melbourne, and look, you know what, they're going to give him a run, and he's actually available to play early in the season if they get him on one of those suppo deals. So look, who knows, mate?
Oh, he's been outstanding. He's looked the class above the level that he's playing at in terms of the SG ball, and like you said, chaps, he's been named to play in this trial on Saturday night, and he hasn't been named in the SG ball team. So what their plans are after this week, who knows, because the SG ball are 2 from 2, and they're going along nicely at the moment, and I'm sure if they keep winning, they'll be a good chance of playing finals footy in that competition, and I'm sure they'll want young Humphries there, but he might be too good for that grade, and they've noticed that, and they said we're going to start him in a little bit higher grade, so who knows.
I think he's on a development contract next year. Look, hypothetical, Brownie goes out there, carves them up, looks unbelievable, pretty much what he's been looking like in the lower grades there. Do they turn around and go, look, let's not muck around with this kid, let's get him in there in case we need him this year, because you never know what can happen in a rugby league season, especially after our 224. And we've got the experience. Saliva Havili covers a lot of positions there. Bailey Bentley Harper, he was the player of the game last time we played this corresponding game up there. We were touched up 60-6 or something like that, or 62-6, but Bailey gets another opportunity. Luke Webley, who's been quite impressive at training there, runs a nice line, can play middle or edge. Josh Stuckey, he comes for an opportunity, and Bailey Biondioto, who I think he's been in the rehab squad for a couple of weeks. I haven't seen him actually train, but maybe he's going to be ready for game day. Yeah,
well, like you said, chaps, you know more about them younger players coming through. You've got a good understanding of them all, but yeah, an experienced starting 13, but with a lot of young talent to come off the bench, and it will be a great opportunity for all them players on Saturday night, where it always has been over the last couple of years. We've seen Tallis Duncan some 2 years ago make his stamp on in this game, and don't be surprised if you see another young kid have a blinder, and I'm going to say Thomas Fletcher. Keep an eye on Thomas Fletcher for this one. A great young edge back rower. What we just spoke about, has had a couple of problems with injuries over the last couple of years, but they've got big raps on this young kid, and keep an eye on him on Saturday night.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching Talanoa Penatani on the wing. really like what he can do, and look, hopefully he can win a contract there and get some games in first grade this year. He's an exciting young talent. Really looking forward to him. Look, let us know in the comments who you're looking forward to seeing the most, and we can have a chat about there while we're here. But we're just going to go through who's not there. Now, Ewan Aitken coming back from injury. I've got Jai Arrow, still not 100%. He's hoping to be ready round one. Tallis Duncan's in the All-Stars. Campbell Graham, we know, has got that hand injury. Jacob Host has been injured for a couple of weeks. He's been in the rehab squad at training. AJ's in the same boat. Keon, I think, is one of the only blokes maybe just rested. One of the real guns. Benny Lovett, I believe he's injured at the moment. He hasn't been training too much. Hazen Mellors, hamstring injury again. And we've got Shaq Mitchell. He's in that All-Stars game. Munro All-Stars. Bud Sullivan in the All-Stars. Schuster. I think he's still coming back from an injury too. He's not quite fit enough at the moment. Cam Murray, of course, we know what he's going through. Junior Totola on the comeback trail. Jackie Whiten. Jerome Burns, another bloke who's still in the rehab squad. And Cody Walker, we're pretty sure he's not going to be ready round one, Brownie. And that brings me to a question there for you. Okay, right now, you haven't seen anyone play the preseason. Who's your halves for round one?
There's a lot can happen between now and round one. We've got two important trials to get through. We've got this Saturday against Manly, and then we've got the following week the Charity Shield. Like you just indicated, there's 5 players playing in the All-Stars game. So a lot can happen, but if it stays as it is, and there's a lot of reports saying that Cody won't be right for round one, if Cody's not right for round one, I'm going to play Jaden Sullivan there. He's an experienced player. He's played, just on, 30 or 40 first grade games. He's been at a couple of different clubs. He's a dynamic halfback. He's got a good kicking game. And for the 7, I'm going to go Lewis Dodd. I think he'll get the first opportunity. He's been very, vocal at training. He's been leading the boys around the park in the scrimmage sessions, and I just think he'll get an opportunity with the likes of Buddy Sullivan. But Wayne might have other ideas. That's only my opinion. But Sullivan at 6 and Lewis Dodd at 7. That's if Cody's not fit.
I'm going to go the same. I think if the All-Stars wasn't on, I think the combination would be Dodd and Sullivan at the moment, but he's been selected in the All-Stars. Looking forward to going out to that one. Me and Brownie are going to head out. One of our mates, Andrew the Pom, a former South junior, he's young bloke's making his debut. He's a Roosters contracted player. Ethan Roberts, you watch this bloke go. Big, tough hombre. You won't want to get in his way, I'll tell you. He's going to hurt some blokes Saturday night, so keep an eye out for young Ethan Roberts. And also, it's a good opportunity to go out and watch some of our boys run around too. Shaq and the boys, and Bud Sullivan, Jackie Whiten. You might be the captain, Jack Whiten. Yeah,
we've got 5 players involved in that particular game. So, I'll be joining you, chaps. We'll go out there and have a look at the concept. It's always a good game, exciting game, plenty of points scored. And like you said, we'll keep an eye on especially our 5 players that'll be playing.
Yep, Ty Munro. Yep, looking forward to big Ty getting out there. The Waterloo Ferrari. If Latrell's the Taree Ferrari, well, he's the Waterloo for Ferrari. Don't worry about that. Now, I did a little pathways wrap. If you want to go back and watch that one, it was from our the 4 games we had on the weekend. We had 3 wins and 1 loss. Brownie, you got any thoughts on that game? Because you watched both of the boys.
Yeah. Oh, look, 2 wins to go down to Melbourne. It's very hard to travel away, especially probably down and back in the one day. I'm not sure what their travel arrangements were, but to go down to Melbourne and bring back the 2 points is a big effort. I thought the Harold Mats was a game of 2 halves, really. They went into the break 18-0 up and then let the game slip away from them a little bit, but had enough points on the board. They only had to score 1 try in the second half to win 24-18. But I thought there were some really good performers in that first half, especially young Zane Hill. I thought he was very creative out of dummy half on the back of some quick play the balls, some really good offloads in the first half from the boys. And the 5'8", well, he's something special, isn't he? Yeah. Peyton Terrell, I think his name is Peyton Terrell. Terrell.
Strong, mate.
Very classy. He's got soft hands. Very good kicking game.
Got a good vision. You can see the game really well.
Yeah. So, but
what about you talking about quick play? Wasn't young Carberry in the front row? Not the biggest front row going around, but every time he gets hit, he gets to his feet, gets the ball back in the hooker's hands pretty quick, and
Yeah.
that makes it a bit easier for your hooker and your halves to take advantage of that momentum.
I had a look at the stats today. He ran for the most metres in the South Sydney team. So yeah, high work rate from Carbs. He always puts his hand up like his old man, who played first grade at the South Sydney Rabbitohs.
Great bloke.
Yeah, great performance, and yeah, keep an eye on him coming through the grades. And the SG Ball will another classy outfit from the outside backs. I thought Matt Humphries, the player we just spoke about, he's a level above where he's playing at the moment. He come up with some really good decisions late in the game, a really good game management player, and that's what you want from your halfback, and he was outstanding. And I thought the fullback was good too, chaps. Yazim Kuzku, another South Sydney junior from the Coogee Wombats. Watch him go. He's very light on his feet. Scored a great individual try off the scrum base, and
he's very
fast.
There's some exciting prospects coming through.
Yeah.
Ferner and Benny Hill have done a good job around on these couple of squads up. There's something to be really look forward to there. And I think at the top of the tree there is Matthew Humphries, and we get to see him against some big boys. It's a big test for him this week, but watched him go. He's been marking up against some really big back rowers against Melbourne. And that first week against the Dragons, they put 2 first grade squad guys against him. He was able to wrestle them to the ground. He's a very competitive fella. He likes to put his body on the line. So looking forward to seeing that. I think Dane Jennings is a certain prospect to keep a look on. He's just got great balance and footwork, and he can explode. He's got a good turn of speed, and he's got a good vision too. I think he set up the last try for the SG Ball to really seal that victory. 34 points to 22 down there. Look, the girls fought really hard. Probably still got a bit of work to do. That didn't use the ball a lot. That first Fiola team, but they weren't far away. Only beaten by 4. And Tasha Gale, they're playing some good football. They've got some real good talent on that side. No, I think they're going to win plenty of games this year.
Yeah, the girls are not too far away. But looking forward to this Saturday up the Central Coast. Make sure you get up there if you get the opportunity. It's always a great game, a good trial match, a good indication where we're at with our depth, because there's a lot of players getting an opportunity, and mark down some names that you want to follow throughout the rest of the year.
Looking forward to seeing Max McCarthy. All these guys haven't put on the South jersey yet. Jamie Humphries and all that and the likes, and so it's going to be interesting to see that. We're going to have our man on the ground there, Brendan Taliski.
He'll be up there.
The great man, Brendo. And we're going to do a recap with him maybe on the Sunday. So we'll get Brendan's perspective on that one and see what he thoughts up there. Because obviously we're not going to be able to make it. We'll have to watch it at home. Then we're going to shoot out the Parramatta Stadium to the All-Stars game. So we might even do a live cross from out there, Brendan. We'll take some gear out.
Yeah, for sure.
Has anyone got any last questions there on the live feed that you want us to address, or questions you want to ask? You put them up there.
About Liam Knight. I'm not sure about Liam Knight. I've seen he's still keeping it fit, but he hasn't signed with any club at this point of time.
No.
Don't know whether we're in a position to sign him, especially after not signing Matt Lodge. I don't know how the salary cap is working with these boys, but like I said earlier in the show, Wayne must be very happy with the squad that we've got. He'll get a good indication this week with the boys when they get their opportunity against this Manly team on the weekend, and see where we're at from there. But
I'd say Declan Casey will be trying to get a spot there, and some of these other guys to win. Maybe that might sign people from within and leave a bit more room for that next season. But look, you never know. But that might be about it for another issue of Rabbitohs Radio, Brent.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There it is, our new banner. We've got a couple of them. They'll be up around the place. Big thank you to our sponsors, especially Daryl Lee. If you do yourself a favour, go out to any of the supermarkets, IGA, Woolies, Coles, buy yourself some Daryl Lee and support an Aussie company that's been around since 1927.
Plenty of gear out there, mate. Don't worry about that. So that might be about it, guys. So we'll leave you there. Thank you very much for joining us on the live feed.
See you, guys.
It was hard to see the